All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another round of Coffee and Questions. What's today's topic? We're going to go back to those basic welding tools that you're going to need or you're going to want to have. And so the topic today is where can you get the best value on a vise without spending an enormous amount of money? Well, so we'll get into the conversation. I'll flip inside in a few minutes and we'll go over, a couple of things that I found online. They're okay deals, okay? Nothing wrong with them. Here's a vise right here. I've had this for years. It's made by Olympia. It's an 8-inch. It actually works very well. Is it the top, the best? No. Probably, middle of the line. I picked it up used at a garage sale. I didn't pay that much for it. And I would tell you that would be more than enough for the DIY home hobbyist, and I've had great luck with that. The jaws have held up well. I've got nothing bad to say about it, but I do keep it maintenanced, and I keep it cleaned up, oiled up and what have you, and it works totally fine, and it's within my garage shop. Now, the best thing I can tell you to do is I have two vises here. This is Rock Island. This was just a scrapped out vise that somebody actually threw out, and it was given to me. And I thought, okay, so I brought it home and I went down and the holes were all gummed up and stripped in here and you couldn't get the vise jaws off, and it was just a fun little project, okay, but all the pieces were there. So I went ahead after quite a bit of struggling and I got out those old screws that were holding the jaws in, and I re-tapped them very gently, the tap and die set. There's plenty of YouTube videos. It's not hard to do. Anyway, I re-tapped them, went down to the hardware store, and I got some new flathead screws, and I put the jaws back on. I took it all apart with a wire wheel, some elbow grease. I cleaned it up totally, and I re-greased the worm drive on it, put it back together. This thing works great. So for a cost of next to nothing on this one, it was a good way to go. All right, so I've got that as an extra, and what I've been doing is I look for ridiculously cheap deals on these old vises. I get them, I rehab them, resell them, whatever. This one over here, this is Morgan. This is a Morgan, a Chicago Morgan, made a long time back. These American-made vises, you're not going to beat them. They are your best deal all the way around if you can find one. And I did the same thing with this one. Now this one I bought really cheap because it was missing the jaws. But there are still companies out there that make aftermarket parts. And I bought a brand new set of jaws. I think it cost me 30 bucks. And that's with shipping and everything. Got it to me. And it came with, new flathead screws, which is not a big deal because you could get those at the hardware store. So went ahead, cleaned this up. Like again, wire wheels, and get everything. It had paint splattered all over it, looked like crap. Anyway, I got it all back. Like I said, it's easy to take these things apart, kind of refurbish them yourselves, and here you go. You got another good vise. So whether you're thinking about the Olympia because you need one now and you want to run out and get it, or you want to start looking through classifieds, Craigslist, things like that, and you come across something that's a good deal and all the parts are there, or a garage sale or what have you, you should pick it up. You won't beat these old American-made products like this when it comes to vices, or in the last video when we talked about anvils. You're not going to beat it. There's no way. And I have several other vices that are similar to these. I've got them sitting around the shop where, when I'm done, I give them a light coating of oil so they don't rust, but these are fantastic. And you're going to need one eventually. You're going to need a good, whether it's 6-inch or 8-inch, good heavy-duty vise. Okay, so if you want to buy one like the Olympia, we'll show you some ads in a few minutes inside. That's one consideration. I think the best route for you to go if you're not in a rush is take a look for one of these old American-made ones. You just can't go wrong. That's my point. All right, I'll see you inside. We'll have a further discussion and we'll wrap this up, but that's my advice, and you will need one, so we're going to put that in that basic welding tool category along with the anvil and all the other things that I'm showing you, and hopefully you end up getting a good deal on one yourself. I'll see you inside. Okay, so let's start off talking about the Olympia. Now, This one's very similar to the one I have out in the garage. And you see it doesn't have the pipe jaw, part of it on here, but this one was affordable. It's $103.53, ships prime. It's got the 360-degree swivel. You can read the specs right here on your right. So I thought that this was a good price, but I'm going to show you something better if you got a little bit of extra money. Okay, now if I was buying a vise rather than pay that 103 or right around 100 for a brand new one, or forgetting all these other inexpensive imported ones, I would buy this Wilton, $149.99. Now take a look. They've got 39% off on this. It's on sale right now. So I think this is a pretty damn good fair price. For a really good vise. So if you're really looking in the market for one, this would be the one that I would choose right here. Wilton makes a great vise. And if you see on here, it does have the pipe jaws. So let me show you another close-up of this. Okay, so right here, a little bit more of a close-up. You can see the jaws, the pipe jaws. This has got great build quality in it. It's made out of really good steel. And you're not going to be disappointed. This thing will last you a lifetime plus. Okay, and you have that little anvil surface, but this is actually a large one. It is fairly good sized, that comes on the back of the Wilton. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is I think that, you're not going to go wrong by buying this Wilton. So one more time, let me show you the picture. All right, so I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe. I hope you keep following me. I hope you like the deals I'm bringing you. I'm always on the lookout for bargains or ways for you to save money. So if you don't come across those American-made older ones by watching, Craigslist, the classifieds, or whatever, and you got to hurry up and get a good vise, and you'll want a really good one, the Wilton right here is the way to go. You know something better? Like I always said, drop in the comment below. Otherwise, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you on the next video, folks. Thank you. Bye-bye.